G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son, our playthrough Combat Volume 2 from Compass Games. Scenario 12, Overrun. And we're calling it Scenario 2, like I keep saying. So last time, Panzer B made it off the board. So there's only one Panzer now. We've got one melee still going on. And we've got a few bits and pieces happening around the place. So, yeah, it's not quite as complicated as it was before. We've still got all these things up top as well. So I'll leave it sort of there. You can see most of what's going on and we'll get into it. So the initiative this time is white, blue, Panzer A, Baker, yellow, Able, Charlie, red. So white first. And this guy got a run and gun 6-5. So he's going to run up here. And he is a 5. So let's see if he's going to keep playing silly buggers or not. Where can I put this now? Let's just bring it over this way a bit. Okay. He gets a 1, so he is keeping on going. Is good. Next white, we have a slow suppressive fire, so he's not doing anything. And our other little fellow up the top there has decided to hide because he's shaken with a bad wound. And that's it for our whites. And we go on to blue. And we have an evade 5-6, so he's going to come down here. This guy's got a run and gun 4-5, so he's going to come down here. This bloke is evading 5-6, so you can see they're trying to come down around through the south and get us. An aimed fire here, which is going to be a pain in the bum for my little private there. Burr, burr, burr. This guy's decided to rally because he has a bad wound and is shaken as well. So I think that's all the blues. And we go on to Panzer A, which is going nowhere. The driver has decided to panic. The loader is spotting. The gunner is spotting. And they can't spot anybody anyway. And the co-driver has a machine gun rapid fire. But he can't spot anybody either, so there's nothing happening there. And then we go on with Baker. So I've got this bloke here evading up. And I've got these two evading over towards the tank. They're going to go up there. Just unless... No, that's okay. They can go into here. Like that. So that's Baker done. Then yellow. So this bloke is evading 6. This guy is a run and gun 5. So he's punching through the centre. This bloke was out of ammo, so he's reloading. And that is all of yellow. So we go on to Able. Okay. So we only have 2 left in Able. We have an aim fire, so he's not doing anything. And we have this guy with an evade. And he is going to evade up into there. This guy is routing. He's a 5, so that will become a melee. Righto. Okay. So right there at the top, we have this guy and these guys. And I'll set that up. So we have Sergeant Taylor against Obergefrita Gunther, who is now shaken rather than routing. And he has a bad wound and a light wound. Like that. Taylor's had his go. And we have a melee. Oh, helps you to grab the right stuff. So we have another melee up here. Okay. So that's that. And then we go on with Charlie. So this guy is hiding. And the corporal is trying to reload. And our friends up here are still trying to rally. There's really not much they can do. I want to get that machine gun, which hasn't fired a round yet, to do something, but that's about it. And then we have red. Do, 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 do. That was Charlie in the other, and yellow in the other. And red, we now have one in melee, and we have this guy who is evading 5. So he's going to come into here with this little gentleman who has aimed fire. And that's the end of Impulse 1. Yay! And we go on Impulse 2 with white. So we have a run and gun with nothing to see. So he's going to go 5 this time, down to there. We have a slow suppression with nothing to do. So he's going to be there. And this guy up the top is hiding. So he's not going to do anything either. Blues. We have an evade 5, 6. We'll do the run and gun first. He can't see anybody. He ran 4. He runs 5 up onto the hill. He evades 6. And he evades 6 to there. And those 2 are on there. So this guy has aimed fire. And this one is rallying, so forget about that. So we have aimed fire at a distance of 1. And he has a rifle, I believe. He does. So many counters, so little time. Okay. Has a rifle. So at there he's a +2. Minus, oh, excuse me, sorry. He's a +2. He's -1 for snow, takes him down to +1. -4 for hiding in depression. Yep. So he's down to 0, 1. And rolls an 8 and is done. And that's blue done. And we go to Panzer A, and they are spotting and panicking and machine gunning with nothing to machine gun, and are done. and we go on to Baker. This bloke is going to move up to here, and these guys are going to move up to here, like that. And then we have yellow. Okay, so we have this guy who's a run and gun 5. He's got no line of sight to anything, so he's going to run into the trees. And he's bowled, so 5 or less to continue with the order, and he does. We have this guy who is evading 6 up into the trees there. Nothing to see, and we have this guy reloading, and that is it for yellow, except for we have the melee down here, and he is going to attack, and he is a 4, but he's got a light wound and a bad wound, which brings him to 0. And he's a -2, -2 for being shaken, so he needs a 0. He gets a 4, no go. So that is yellow done, and we go on to Abel. Right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and shoot this bloke here. So we have a rifle. We're at range 1, which is a +2. He is hide in trees, which is a -4. Okay, so he's aim fire. He's +2, -1 for snow. So that's +1. -4 for hide is -3. And he is a 5, so 2 or less to hit. He gets an 8, no go. And then we have our melee up here with the sergeant attacking Obergefrieder Gunther, and he is a 7. So here we go, 7 or less. And he gets a 6, which is a hit. And it's another bad wound, so that guy is dead. Okay. So Sergeant Taylor will come back up here. Like that. And we can get rid of that. And all those. And we only have the 1 melee still. And our little man, Gunther is gone. Which leaves us with Charlie. Again, we are rallying up there. We are reloading there. We are hiding there. And we have the melee over here. Like that. So he is a 4. 4 or less. And gets a 4. And it's a light wound, which will bring our little man up to his limit. So he is now captured. He is shaken, not stirred, no longer in melee. Captured, guard. Okay. Die. So this comes out and that goes down. And we have captured that guy. For the time being. Righto. which leaves us with red. And there's only one red on the board now. And that's this guy here, who is evading 5. So he's going to come down here like that. And Mr. Aim Fireman stays there. And that is the end of Impulse 2. And we go on to Impulse 3. And we have white. So Run and Gun 5. He's going to come down here. And we need to see if he's going to still maintain that. 5 or less. And he does. We have this guy here is Slow Suppression. He's doing nothing. And we have our guy hiding up the top like that. Right. Blue. Okay. Run and Gun 4, 5. So he ran 4, he ran 5. He's going to run 4 again now. And evade 5, 6. So he's going to evade up onto the hill. And evade 5, 6. So he is actually going to evade into here, and that gives us a melee. So our badly wounded, low ammo Private Hall against Soldat Schultz. Okay, so that will be A again. Right. So we now have melee in there. Like that. We have an aim fire, so he's doing nothing. And we have a rally, who is doing nothing there. Alright, I need to mark Mr. Blue. And we go on with Panzer A, who is panicking and doing nothing else. There's nothing to spot or anything else. The machine gunner has no target or anything, so that's that. And we go on to Baker. So he is going to move up here. And he is going to move nowhere. They are going to... they're going to duck back. There. So they're done. Then yellow. So we have a Run and Gun 5. He's going to run down to here. An evade 6. Comes up to here. And a reload here. Okay. Which brings us to Charlie. No, Abel. Abel. Okay. He's not doing anything. And he's not doing anything. Those can come away. Then Charlie. Okay, so he's reloading and does nothing. They are rallying and do nothing, which leaves us with our little man who is badly wounded in melee with low ammo, who is doing nothing. And red, where we are evading 5. down into there. And that is that. And we go on to Impulse 4 with the white ones. Okay, this guy is run and gun 5 this time. And it's not going to make any difference. We don't need to worry about him. He's not doing anything else. We have a slow suppression that is not doing anything. And we have a hide that is not doing anything. Blue. Okay, we have a run and gun for 5. So he is going to go 5 this time. We have an evade. He's going to evade 6 this time. We have an aim fire into here. Okay, so maybe the first thing we'll do is the melee before we do the aimed fire. And he's rallying. That way, he won't fire in there if there's nobody there. I think that's fair. So we have this guy here who is a 4. So 4 or less. Whoop. Here we go. A 6, no good. Okay, so he is going to fire in there on his own people and us. So we can come back here. So again, it's a rifle, yes. So he's at +2. -1 for snow is +1. And we are melee in trees is -2. Melee in depression, so we'll take the melee in trees. So he's at -1. And he is a 5, which gives him a 4. 4 or less. It gets a 3. Okay, let's see what it is. It's a bad wound. Okay, now we see who it hits. So, again, odds for the German, even for the Allies. It's an odd again. So he's hit his own fella by mistake with a bad wound. So they both have a bad wound now in there. Soldat Schultz will take his wound morale check, and he is a 5 -3, so 2 or less. He fails. He's normal, so he will go down to cautious. Okay, so that's all the blues done. Yeah. Okay, the Panzer A. The driver's panicking, so he's not going to do anything. But what they can, well, it's no good turning the turret because nobody in the turret has a order, and that's why I haven't done this either. If he's panicking, he's not going to be doing anything. So we have nothing, and nobody can spot him because they don't have anybody who can see him. So Panzer A is done, and we go to Baker, and these guys are going from duck back to hide. And this bloke will evade up to here. Like that. Then we do yellow. So we have a run and gun 5. Through rocks there, so no good. Through rocks there, no good. Can't see up there, can't see up there, so he is going to go 5 onto the road there. We have evade 6 and reload there. So then we go to Abel. So this man's doing nothing, we're shooting into here again. So again, he is a 5. We have hiding in trees, which is a minus -4, -1 is a 0. 0 to hit. It gets a 0. Wow. Okay, so he is hit. He already is shaken with a bad wound. A close call. So he'll do his morale check. So he is a 5 minus, 5 minus 5, so a 0. Gets a 3, fails, and goes from shaken to rout. Like that, and he goes from bold to aggressive. Okay, routing down. There. Which leaves Charlie. Okay, so he's doing nothing. He's doing nothing, but we're going to rally there. We're going to reload there. I've got to remember we're reloading there, and we're rallying there. Okay, so all we have then is over here. So we have a badly wounded Private Hall, who is normal, against a badly wounded Soldat Schultz, who is cautious. Righto, so he needs a 0-1 to do any good. Gets a 4, and it's a no-go. So there we go. Okie doke. So we have nobody doing medicing stuff because both my medics are dead. We have nobody planning, no grenades, no planning, so it's rallies. Okay. Righto, so first guy is 5 minus 2, so 3. 3 or better, worse. 3 or less. No. He failed. For a rally. Wrong one. Rally check. Yep, nothing. Okay, and we have this guy who's routing. He's a 5. A 4. And he fails as well, so they both stay exactly the same. This guy reloads, so he's not out of ammo anymore. That's done. This guy's rallying up here. He is shaken and a 4, so 2 or less. Oh, he gets a 0. Well done. So he's going to go from shaken to cautious to normal. Well done, that man. And we have a reload on the corporal with his light wound, so he is no longer out of ammo either. And did I forget him? Evade 5. There we go. Okay, and that is the end of turn 8. Righto, so up to the north, we've just got that one guy up there who is routing. So we will try and catch him and get some support down further. We have, these are still shaken and routing, so they're not going to do anything. I may run Baker up there to grab the machine gun off these guys, or sorry, evade him up there to get the machine gun off these guys, and bring the shaken bloke over as the loader. We're hiding here, ready to go, so it really depends. I think this bloke's going to stay as he is. I haven't done his rally, have I? Oh no, he just panicked. He's not doing anything. So I'll probably bring this forward so they can try and get a shot in at some stage. So probably up around this way. I've got to watch these sorts of guys. This guy can probably get a aimed fire or something ready to go, because it's a raging fire, so that should have actually been a 4. It'll remain a 4 there because of the fire. So melee here, yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I've got to try and get rid of this guy, get them back into some trees or something, some other trees. So I'll probably get him back here somewhere just so I can keep him. It's either that or I forget about it and run and gun and shoot him, which would be against the Geneva Convention, but you know, I didn't say that. So no, I won't do that. So that's the end of turn 8. Bit messy, bit of tidying up to do, but basically all the smoke will disappear now except from around the fires. And we have 2 fires over on there. So I think they just keep putting out smoke no matter what, but I'm not going to keep it coming all the way down. So I'm going to ignore that. We've got this raging fire here, which would keep smoke coming down. So I probably should put those in, but everything else is going to basically disappear. So thank you once again. Take care, and I will see you later. Bye for now.